Want to know if your makeup products are non-toxic? Well, watch this video as I will be sharing 5 most toxic ingredients in your makeup. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Ask Your Pharmacist. I'm your pharmacist Sidra, passionate about health, pharmacy, and beauty. And if these topics interest you, subscribe now and keep watching for more. Alright, so before we dive into today's topic, I want to share my personal story and reason why I decided to make this video on a not very common topic. Well, you ladies been so kind to me and you've been sending me compliments and messages that I have such a nice skin. You guys want me to share my skincare routine. Well, honestly speaking, I have the most basic skincare routine, which definitely I'll make a video on it soon. But in this video, I want to talk about makeup. Because no one is perfect, we all have our flaws on our skin, and most of which are actually concealed with makeup. So what you see on videos or social media is not really true, or the true skin. It's like tons of makeup. So, just wanted to put it out there in case some of you girls have issues with your self-esteem. Well, you guys are all beautiful. We are all made beautiful. The beauty on the top doesn't really matter. What matters is the beauty inside, but makeup really makes a difference. That's why if you don't choose a quality non-toxic makeup, then over time it will be more harm than benefit to your skin, and your skin wouldn't look even. You'll have fine lines underneath your makeup, and that will definitely affect your self-esteem. And honestly, I say that from personal experience because from a very young age, I've been very much into skincare, glam, and makeup because growing up, I literally wanted the best of both worlds. Like, I wanted to be an educated person, get professional degree and education, but still be glamorous. And that's why I love taking care of my skin and get glammed up and dolled up for you guys. And just like any other girl, I love wearing makeup, and I used to be never conscious of what kind of makeup I put on my face until after wearing makeup for a few years. Actually, I began to notice that my skin wasn't the same despite of religiously following a good skincare routine. I was actually showing signs of early aging, and we're talking in my 20s. And my skin started to break out. My general glow of the skin was really gone. I had a dull skin, and it was a nightmare. I went to so many dermatologists, applied so many creams and skincare, nothing seemed to work. And then I started doing my own research on the skincare products, skincare routine, and did different kind of trials and errors to kind of figure out what's going on. Because I was literally desperate to get that skin glow back, and I want to find out what did I do wrong and how can I fix it. So long story short, I kind of continued my trial and error for a year, and then one day it clicked to me that what if nothing's wrong with my skincare routine and skin? What if the products I put on my skin are the problem? So I kind of started researching about the ingredients in not only my skincare products but also my makeup and beauty products. Well, it turns out ignorance was literally a bliss because I was shocked to learn about the harmful chemical ingredients in the makeup and skincare products, and I was even more surprised to find out that there is little to no government regulation on cosmetics. So really fast forward, I reevaluated my makeup and skincare products and became conscious of not only what I intake but also what I put on my skin. I replaced all of my filthy, toxic makeup products, became conscious of the ingredients that I'm gonna share in this video could be toxic for your skin, and soon after that, I actually noticed that I started to get that glow back on my skin. I wasn't breaking out because now my hormones were balanced and controlled, and my skin literally looked healthier and fresh. So literally, it's not about the shift in your food products that you're intaking, but it's also about your cosmetics and skincare products. Once you change that lifestyle, it literally makes a ton of difference. And this is a broad topic in itself, which if you like, I can do a separate video on it. But since we all buy and own some kind of cosmetics, I really want to stick just to the makeup ingredients in today's video. So without any further ado, I'm going to share 5 toxic ingredients that you should be looking in your makeup and try and avoid those makeup products. So the first ingredient that you want to be conscious of is phthalates. Phthalates are actually used in cosmetics as lubricants. They basically make products more flexible and give a soft texture, which is exactly what you would want for your makeup, right? But probably not at the cost of your health. Because phthalates have been shown to cause pretty significant endocrine disruption. And if you don't know, endocrine system basically releases hormones in their body, which regulates all of the biological processes in the body from the time you were actually born, and not even born, from the time you conceive to the adulthood and into the old age. And when I wasn't been conscious of the skincare and the makeup products I was using, a lot of the products that I owned had phthalates in it, and which literally disrupted my hormones, and because of which I started getting breakouts on my skin and it looked horrible. And the minute I started eliminating that product from my skincare, I felt a good difference. See, the thing is that the phthalates can interfere with the synthesis and secretion, transport, binding action, or elimination of the natural endocrine hormones, and it may also cause birth defects and other developmental disorders. And not to forget that it may facilitate early puberty in girls and boys, and especially in men, it may reduce the sperm count. And this is why the European Union has actually banned the use of phthalates in their makeup industry. But unfortunately, it's still commonly used in the United States. So I really recommend you do read the label of the cosmetic products before you buy. You want to look out for the name dibutyl phthalate. And just remember, this sneaky chemical is often found under the umbrella term fragrance. So look out for those ingredients. Alright, so let's talk about the next ingredient, which is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a preservative in the cosmetics which is used to prevent any bacterial growth. And this is a chemical which is also banned by European Union, but still unfortunately commonly used in United States. In small amounts, it's not harmful. However, when we use it repeatedly over long term, it has shown to be associated with poor health outcomes. It can cause cancer. It's also linked to asthma, neurotoxicity, and developmental toxicity. And a lot of people can actually see a skin allergy to it. Now, you may not see formaldehyde listed as an ingredient on cosmetic products, but that doesn't mean it's not there. Because this is one of the tricky ingredients. Many companies don't just dump a whole bunch of formaldehyde into their products. So what they do is instead they add other chemicals that work together and decompose to release formaldehyde, which is pretty tricky, right? So here on the screen, I'll put a list of formaldehyde and similar ingredients that you want to look out for when you're buying cosmetic. In particularly, formaldehyde is mostly present in nail colors, but it is present in some of the cosmetics as well. The next ingredient is triclosan. Now, despite being a known endocrine disruptor with lasting effects on hormones and fertility, triclosan is commonly used in all the cosmetics. It's a common antibacterial agent that is added to water-based skincare products, and you're more likely to find this ingredient in liquid products like your foundations, concealer, mascara, or maybe a lip gloss. So in your makeup label, you want to look out for the name triclosan as it is, or some of the other common names which I'm going to put on the screen for you. So try to avoid them as much as possible. Sodium lauryl sulfate is another common ingredient in many cream-based cosmetics such as your foundation and concealer, as it helps the skin and hair absorb products, and that's exactly what you want your makeup products to be. So for the finished look of the makeup, it's great, but the bad news is that it can actually disrupt your endocrine system. It can also cause skin allergic reaction, canker sores, acne, and eye damage could also occur with this ingredient. So do watch out for sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium lauryl sulfate on the ingredient label of your cosmetics, and try to avoid them. Parabens are used as chemical preservatives in a wide array of personal care products such as moisturizers, shampoos, foundations, and many more. Now, over the past few years, there has been a huge debate whether parabens are safe to use or not. While some say that the excessive amount of exposure to parabens may lead to breast cancer, but some argue that the daily cosmetic exposure to parabens does not cause any harm. What I can tell you is that basically everyone's skin is different, and everybody's skin is gonna react to all the chemicals in a different way. So I would definitely advise to be cautious, because there are so many products that you can find out there which do not include parabens. The bottom line is that choosing the safer skincare is really up to you because there is little to no regulation of harmful ingredients in the cosmetics and skincare products. And it's really up to us to choose a safer products for ourselves and for our families to ensure our health and safety, because really government is not going to put any regulations on it anytime soon. And here's the thing. Some people really argue that being so cautious is a little bit extra and this is like living life in a fear. But I think it's not about the fear. It's about making informed decisions about what we intake and what we put on our skin. These cosmetic companies aren't really upfront with us. They're not really telling us what are the harmful effects of these ingredients that they're using. So really at the end of the day, it's up to us whether we choose to put those ingredients on our skin or not. We have to make an informed decision, right? I recommend you do your own research on the harmful effects of these ingredients and then make a choice whether you're okay using them or not. Because everybody's skin is different. Some don't feel a thing, but some people have really sensitive skin and these ingredients can literally have a harmful effect in long term. All of these ingredients may be helpful in keeping the product safe from bacteria and help other ingredients kind of perform better in the makeup, but some chemicals are so irritant for skin and they're very harmful for not just skin but also health. I've shared my personal story with you, like how my skin got affected by using all of these ingredients. You should look carefully at labels and use products with right organic ingredients for your skin. And talking about organic, I do want to mention here, oftentimes some people advertise or sell their cosmetics calling them clean cosmetics. Just because some label states that it's a clean cosmetic or it's organic doesn't mean it is really organic. That's why it's important that you pay attention to the ingredients on the label and do your research before buying them. Lastly, my piece of advice for you is that be wise, think, and know what's best for your skin. Alright, so this is it for today's video. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this video. Do leave your valuable feedback in the comments and do share, like, and subscribe for more awesome content on health, pharmacy, and beauty. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care. Bye!